Okay, by request, this is me taking in my empties. So where I live, the bottle return system is quite small. Most beer stores only have one area for return. They have one register where you return your bottles and cans to, and then they have one for purchasing. Because where I live, the beer stores, they're called the beer store, and it sells beer and coolers, and then it also takes everything back, and then you can buy large amounts of cooler, wine, and liquor at liquor stores. And then some grocery stores sell beer and wine, but they don't sell any coolers generally. Sometimes they'll have a couple cider brands, and that's it. But yeah, where I live, the return is quite small. So they only have one counter for returning, one person. Some of the bigger beer stores have two, but they're only generally open on weekends. You just count your cans into clear garbage bags. This is how they prefer them. They also will take them in the original packaging, like can flats and can boxes. They prefer them in clear garbage bags. You can also bring them in black garbage bags and Rubbermaids, but you just have to dump them out in front of them into a garbage can. I'm going to take these in now. It's 100 a bag, and then I'm going to start sorting the glass, and I'll show you how you sort the glass. Okay, here's how to sort your glass. So you have to separate the beer bottles. I notice as I get up north, they don't separate the beer bottles as much as they do when I'm in the big city where I am now. But they have many different categories for the beer bottles. This is called imported dark. It's all the dark colored bottles that are imported. Basically anything you use a bottle opener on is imported, versus they have brown bottles that are refillable and they twist off. And then Land Sharks and imported, all these get put into the cardboard bottle boxes. They get shipped to a recycling center, versus up north they just put them with the wine bottles, which get dumped into giant corrugated bins that sit on pallets. That's the same with these. These beer bottles are all odd sizes, so they just go with the wine bottles because they don't match normal beer bottle sizes. That's the same with cooler bottles. They go with the wine and liquor. You do not have to. I always separate mine by size. I put all my 10 cent with my 10 cent and all my 20 cent with my 20 cent. You don't have to do that. You also don't have to sort by refillable beer bottles or recyclable beer bottles. It's just like I do personally. Like Land Shark are imported, and so is Miller High Life, but Miller Genuine Draft is refillable, and so is Miller Organic. If you don't have a lot, then there's really no point in sorting by company. I always bring in a lot, so I always sort by company and size. Obviously your plastics and cartons all go separately from the glass. You have to sort by color. Yeah, we got $30 for the cans. I'll show you what we get for all this when I get done sorting. Any of the beer bottles that don't fit the standard size go with the wine bottles. So all the big ones, all the Radler and cider bottles and cooler bottles go with the wine bottles. Yeah, any of the odd sized beer bottles go with the wine, as well as the miniature ones. These are 207, and then if they're really gross, I throw them with the wine bottles too, because those bottles just get shipped to a recycling center, so they go in, so I can put them in with the wine bottles, but only put them with the wine bottles if they're really gross. And if bottles are frosted, they also go with the dark. $90 in total. Had 4, 5, 6, 700 cans. So yeah, not bad. We got more to take in. I'll probably take those in later today.